Okay, got rid of some of my sleeps, put back some of my work because I need money. And I mean, once I get my, um, I want to say co-op. That's not right. Combined. That's the word I'm looking for. Combined stats to 600. I will take off all the stuff that I'm spending money on so I get my money back up. Because I'm being slowly drained of everything. That's not fun. Black goes with everything. Depends what shade of black. You know what I mean. Let's see. Mangoes won't stop screaming until they see sunlight. What? Oh! Yay! Our first event at the farm! You look so cute in your farming clothes. So, is this like the farm you worked when you were younger? Not in the slightest. It's pretty fun, though. And you're really not bothered by the experiments here? Well, a few of the more annoying ones, but overall I know they're reaching for a truly grand goal. Oh? Animals can serve a grand goal, too. So you're in favor of responsible science. Would you be okay with animal experimentation if it wasn't cruel? Well, I've yet to see someone pull that off, but I guess in the hypothetical, if it could be done with the animal's full permission and without any pain, maybe? You just really love animals, huh? Well, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and that was our final 100. Not a bad day's work. Somebody complimented my efforts. Oh, yeah? And we're straight into an event. I barely got the door open when I heard the yelling from upstairs. Uh-oh. Got back from work and there's trouble. Well, what did you expect was going to happen? You know the rules, Sally. Oh, crap. I hope that isn't what I think it is. Come on, Dominic. Maybe I should get up there. Sally's going to need backup. Yes, we gotta help our girl. Wonder how this is gonna go down. I close the door behind me and run upstairs. It looks like everyone else was home too, as they're all watching the scene in the hall. Dominic is yelling at poor Sally while she clings to Vegemite. No, Sally, you know the rules. I walked you through them just like I walked everyone else through them. No pets allowed. It's rule number 2 for crying out loud. Oh yeah, because we've never broken a rule before. That's not helping your case, Sally. So what? You're just gonna kick me out of the house? Because I didn't want to see a poor puppy freeze on the street? One way or another, that dog is leaving this house, Sally. If you want to go with him, I'm not gonna stop you. Don't blow a gasket, Douchenik. What's the big deal here, anyway? Both Sally and Dominic seem surprised to see me standing at the top of the stairs. Stay out of this, Max. This is a violation, and I have to deal with this as Latin House's RA. By now, Sally's just flat out crying. The others leave their rooms. Isabella gives me a nod hello, then leans over toward my ear. Poor Sally. Dominic came home early and caught her bringing Vegemite back in from his walk. No way to back out of it now. I nod to Isabella as Dominic continues to chew out Sally. Can't believe you'd be so irresponsible. Not to mention so inconsiderate to your fellow housemates. Did you ever take their feelings into account when you decided to bring that dog here? What if they were allergic? Actually, I'm not allergic at all. Anybody else? Everyone else shakes their head while Dominic frowns. Regardless, what about the mess, Or the disturbance to your studying? I don't think Vegemite's ever disturbed my studying. You guys? We all shake our head, no. I know what you're trying to do here, and it's not going to work, damn it. She broke the rule. The dog's got to go. Oh, please, Douchenik. We all know you'll never report this infraction. You don't want the mark on your record. Ha! So true. You two delinquents, shut it. I know you knew about this violation and didn't report it, so don't think you're not on my watch list. Sally's actually a very responsible pet owner, Dominic. Don't you feel you're being a bit hard on her? I'm sorry, but these are the rules. What am I supposed to tell the housing committee? Oh, sorry. I thought that rule was just a suggestion. I do not believe it is strictly necessary that you inform the housing committee. He's right. Nobody says you have to tell them.
They're right. You can just keep this under wraps, you know? It's not like we're going to go blabbing about it.
So I'm gonna help her out. I give Sally my best "I got this" smile. No way am I gonna let Dushina get away with this.
Well, that's new.
This is bullshit, and you know it, Dushinik. We've had alcohol, we partied late. I can't think of a single rule on your stupid list we haven't broken.
Seriously, we've committed crimes that just let us keep doing it is not a defense. Why would you think it is? It's not a federal prison, Dominic. It's a dorm. We're college kids. We're practically required to break the rules. Not me.
Fine. You're so worried about it disturbing our study and leaving a mess? I volunteer to make sure that doesn't happen.
What? No, that's not the point.
I can take care of Vegemite just fine, thank you very much.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I'll make sure he stays out of trouble while you study. Come on, Dom, you already know my grades are a waste. And that way you have nothing to be concerned about. That should rather neatly answer your concerns, Dominic.
Listen! You're not 6, and you don't get to keep him just because you promised to take him walkies every day. He's not allowed.
Oh yes, if Max is keeping an extra eye on him, then it shouldn't be a problem at all. It would be useful to have an extra set of eyes on him. Yes, I think that fixes everything, Max.
Listen to me!
Everyone in the room just turns to glare at Dominic. I'd laugh if it weren't supposed to be serious.
Oh fine, do what you want. What am I? Just the RA. Who even cares?
Everyone but Dominic lets out a cheer at that.
I mean, I don't need a college education. When they kick me out, I'm sure I'll find a very nice bridge to die under. Oh, stop being such a drama queen.
We all laugh as Sally puts Vegemite down on the carpet, and finally lets him explore the house as freely as he wants.
Hooray! Vegemite is free! Finally! Went to sleep. Cherries don't explode, but the pineapples do. Okay, obscure references are still in this quarter. Interesting.
Wait, we're doing what?
You called everyone together, right?
Yeah, they're gonna meet us down at the Landers building, but none of us knew what this was about. You didn't tell us we were having some stupid battle of the bands.
I grabbed us some tickets the day after we went shopping for Valentine's.
And you didn't tell me that you'd gotten them?
I don't tell you when I take a dump either, yet it happens all the same.
This is why I write the lyrics. Fine, come on, let's go.
Hang on. Have you seen my car keys?
Are you kidding me?
I'm seriously thinking about skipping it just to see what happens. Maybe Memphis blows a gasket. I'm gonna skip it. I just want to see what happens. I'm curious.
Do I look like I'm kidding? I put them down here somewhere and now I can't find them.
You are the worst person in the world. I want you to know that.
I can't believe I lost the keys to my van. Memphis and I turned the house upside down looking for them. By the time we find them clanking around in the washing machine downstairs, it's already way too late to make any kind of impression. Memphis calls the rest of the band while glaring daggers at me. I'm definitely gonna pay for this later.
Uh-oh. Might have just broken up the band. I was curious. I'm sorry. Curiosity killed the Max. Apparently. Sorry, Max. I was curious. Again with the octopairs. Energy, though. Energy, though. Oh, noes. The energy, those. Oh, noes. Eee. Okay, we're gonna sleep, I think. We're just gonna keep on sleeping. It's a good thing I skipped that event. I needed the energy. Oh, boy. Ah.
Come on, Max. I want you to see this. I'm coming. I chuckle as we move through the trees. Rakesh just looks so excited, I guess it's rubbing off. Rakesh had come to get me almost the second I'd left class. It was about time for lunch, though, so I had an hour or so. He led me to the park without saying much else, just that he was happy I was free for a bit. Finally, we hit a clearing, and I watched him spread his arms very theatrically. On the ground is a rather elaborate and incredibly put-together picnic lunch. Holy cow, you set all this up? Well, I may have purchased a few of the things in the basket, but otherwise... Aw, dang it. I wish I'd known Rakesh. I wouldn't have made lunch plans. Rakesh's face falls terribly. I feel really bad, but this was such a surprise. I understand, Max. I'm so sorry, really. It's okay. Go on, I do not wish to interrupt your plans. I just wanted your opinion on the setup anyway. Oh, in that case, bro, it's great. You're sure to impress. I wave goodbyes and make my way back to the campus. Rakesh seems pleased at my praise.
So at least there's that. We got our energy back up. Phew. Why do these potatoes have ears? Puns for last quarter.
Just doesn't feel right, that's all I'm saying. Should have eyeballs.
What? You better not have said what I think you just said.
I was trying to get an early night, but Isabella's screaming snapped me awake. Last I remember, she was supposed to be hanging out with Chad tonight. I guess their date went pretty well. Maybe we all got lucky and Chad finally did something stupid enough to get kicked to the curb. A quick look at my clock shows it's pretty late. I wonder if I should see what's going on. Isabella's calmed down a little bit, so I can't really make out what they're saying from here.
I'll skip as much as it pains me.
Then again, it would feel a lot like snooping on her personal business. I should probably leave them alone to work out their issues. I put my head back down and tried to cover my ears with a pillow. A few minutes later, I could hear a thumping noise as somebody large went down the stairs and out the door. After that, things were quiet again, and I could get back to sleep.
Aw, that face just breaks my heart. Poor Izza.
The next morning, I ran into Isabella at the dining room table, slowly eating breakfast. She looked awful, like she'd been crying all night. Are you okay?
It's fine, Max.
Are things okay with Chad?
I'll thank you not to mention the name of that asshole again.
I quickly throw up my hands defensively and back away into the kitchen. I guess things didn't go so great last night after all. I may have wanted Chad out, but I didn't want Isabella hurt so bad by it. Yeah, no kidding.
Aw, Sally came with us to the pub. Okay, our energy's back up for the moment. Alright, Butch, we get it. You love your telemagenta.
Ah, St. Patty's Day. Everyone's covered in green today. Heck, everything is, except me, but that's okay. Don't get me wrong, I love St. Patty's Day. If you're gonna make up a holiday for getting drunk is about as good as it gets. But you know the old rules, if you're not wearing green, you get a pinch. And nothing invites the ladies to get a little touchy-feely like an excuse to give a cute stud a pinch. I've already gotten a few cute co-eds eager to pinch the non-believer. At any rate, I'm sure the folks at Latin House are planning some kind of big blowout bash. Regardless of Dominic's desires, of course. I've been in my room the last few hours, wondering if I want to try to sneak out before it gets started.
No, Sally's here.
I could probably find a party way hotter than what Dushnik will let us throw, but... nah, it's always better getting drunk with friends. I'm sure we can drink Dominic under a table, and then we can have some real fun. I spent the next hour or so going through my special hidden stash. Hopefully we've got some green food coloring or something. If I'm not heading out to the wild parties, I may as well make the party here as wild as possible. When I hear the knock on my door, I'm ready for whatever the night holds. Hey, Max. Isabella says she's got a whole slew of games for us tonight. So you should get your ass in gear before I drink all the good booze. Given how mopey Isabella's been since she broke up with Chad, I'm surprised she's this invested in St. Patrick's Day. Maybe she's just using the party as an excuse to get over her ex-boyfriend. Good an excuse as any, I guess. Have some water. I follow Rakesh down the stairs when I see that the crew has been busy. There are cards laid out, green beer, and some kind of green punch in a giant bowl. So what's the proof on that punch, Isabella?
It'll put hair on your chest, then knock those hairs out and grow all new, stronger super hairs.
Sounds like my kind of drink. I reach up a hand and high-five Isabella while going to get a glass of punch. Just for good measure, I slip a bit of the concoction I was working on earlier in my room in there. I can see Anne eyeing me from across the room. I give her a wink and she just shakes her head. One sip later and I swear my vision went blurry for a second. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Where's Dominic? I'm surprised he let you get away with this. Isabella just grins and points over to the study nook. Sitting there, tied at the wrists and ankles, wearing a blindfold and gag is Dominic. Hanging around his neck is a sign that simply says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." I can almost see his frown deepen as he hears me guffawing at his predicament. Guffaw, guffaw, guffaw.
No, this is perfect, see? This way he has plausible deniability if anyone finds out about the party. Not his fault he was tied up. By desperados.
Everyone laughs at that. Well, everyone except Dominic.
Enough of this small talk. Tonight we toast the luck of the Irish.
Wait, which one of us is Irish?
Quiet, you! First, pin the shamrock on the leprechaun.
The alcohol starts flowing early and freely, and I take all I can get. I don't know how we did it, but somehow between Isabella's punch and my own concoction, we've made some of the tastiest liquor I've ever had. Luckily, Isabella's games begin to take progressively less skill, and progressively more drinking. We play a bunch of different silly party games with drunken penalties. Isabella even got our hands on a snake-shaped piñata. When we finally managed to drunkenly beat it open, it was full of jello shots in little plastic cups. Turns out, Rakesh had actually made it special. Finally, after a while, we're all sitting on the floor around the study nook. Dominic continued struggling to get out of his bindings as we started playing a simple game of truth or dare. Okay, I choose Sally.
Okay, dare.
Oh, you should let out the loudest belch you can.
What? That's gross, Rakesh.
Too bad you have chosen to be daring. Sally takes a drink of the punch, weaving in place a little before taking a deep breath, and letting out the smallest burp any of us have heard. Everyone laughs as Sally turns bright red.
I can't just burp on command. Shut up. Whatever, it's my turn now, so shut up.
Sally turns toward me with a wicked look in her eyes.
Okay, Max, truth or dare?
Wait a minute. I thought I only had two. Is it because I'm on her route I get this? Yeah, I only had dare and I don't want either, and they both resulted in a dare. Well, since I had the option to pick truth, I guess I'll say,
let's see, truth.
I'm curious to what question she's gonna ask.
What do you want to know, gorgeous?
Ooh, gorgeous, am I? All right, answer me this. Do you actually like Vegemite, or are you just putting up with him?
Of course I like him. I'm surprised you ask. I may not be a big pet owner, but that doesn't mean I don't love your pup. I can't believe she thought I might not like her dog. He's a perfectly nice dog. Looking at her now, though, I can tell she was really nervous about it. Well, I'm glad I could put her mind at ease.
That's interesting. I was not expecting that. I thought it was pretty obvious that Max really liked Vegemite, but she was worried about it.
All right, nice one, Max. Your turn now.
Finally. Okay, I choose Isabella. We continue around the circle like that for another few hours. In the morning, I wake up in my own bed, feeling like death is trying out a new drum solo behind my sinuses. I can only vaguely remember making my way back upstairs, but everything feels fuzzy. I head downstairs towards the kitchen for a bit of water, only to find everyone else standing at the bottom of the stairs. I go down to them and look in the same direction and my jaw hits the floor. Don't tell me. We never... Sitting in a chair in the study, silently fuming, Dominic waits to be untied. Not it! Luckily, when it was all over, Rakesh lost the rock-paper-scissors contest. The rest of us were well on our way to Isabella's cafe for some morning coffee, before Dominic finally got set free.
Poor Rakesh, she just never gets a break.
Who loaned money to the giving tree? Well, it's already drunk, probably.
Oh no, not again. Yes, that's why I need your help, Max. I cannot paint all these flowers by myself in one night.
You probably shouldn't be painting those flowers at all, you know. They're in a park, Rakesh. Isn't that illegal?
I am nearly positive that it would be viewed as a public service.
Oh, what the hell, let's go.
Perfect. You'll want this domino mask.
Where would you even get one of these?
Maybe it's better not to ask too many questions.
I'm really not sure how he talked me into wearing a mask, but 4 hours later, every flower in the park is painted some virulent striped pattern. It's actually pretty cool looking. And hell, I'm always up for a little mayhem. The next morning, the park was mentioned on the news. There was a lot of laughter, and I was mostly just glad the police weren't looking too hard into it. Luckily, the paint came off easily and wasn't actually harmful to the plants.
Phew! That's a relief. I think, if my math beeth correct, we are over 600. Wow, didn't even get to spring break and we got all that. So, with that in mind, let's get rid of some of the draining stuff. Maybe I'll keep... That's active, right? I think I'll keep the pub around. I think I'll keep that a 10 class there. Maybe a 10 class there. Okay. We'll do one more week.
It's starting to get really nice outside. The weather's been nice and warm lately. This is pretty much the perfect finals week. With spring break only a week away, I'm having a hard time concentrating on my schoolwork.
Alright, spring break's coming up. So excited.
Not that I was thinking about it a lot beforehand, but come on. Hit the beach with all those hotties in bikinis? It's gonna be a good break. I've got a book in my lap, but my attention keeps wandering and I keep staring out at the quad around me. That's how I noticed Professor Task walking by me, which got me thinking about his extra credit assignment. I wonder what exactly he set up. I know I've heard Anne grumbling about it from time to time, but I don't really know what was up. The professor is almost through the quad. I can still catch him if I want, but I'm not sure I want to.
That's alright.
I watched Professor Task disappear into one of the buildings. Whatever that stupid extra credit thing was, it's not worth bothering with that crazy old man. I'll just sit here and pretend I'm studying. A lot like I'm pretending I give a crap what happens on my finals this week. I go back to what I was doing before and try to just put it out of my mind.
It's a nice sunny day, just relax.
Wait, you want me to do what?
Is this the event? Yes! Gonna get some answers, finally! I'm glad I decided to do one more week. I've been anxious about this for forever. Please, Max. Sally was all worked up about this thing today, and I'm worried the scene might get ugly. I'm already stuck here fielding calls from the housing authority about student involvement.
Apparently, Sally went down to the science building earlier to join a bunch of other students in protesting. What exactly are they protesting?
I don't know. I'm paid to keep you people from burning the house down, not to watch your every movement. Can you please go check up on her for me?
I'm supposed to have a meeting with my advisor this afternoon, but I really want to know what's going on in that building.
Come on, I'll pull some strings and make sure your advisor sees you tomorrow.
All right, you crybaby. Jeez. While you're getting me favors, see if you can't get me one of those flat screens for my room.
Just go, you dick.
Fine. I head out the door and over to the science building. When I get there, there's a crowd of maybe 30 people, all holding signs and murmuring. The crowd doesn't seem ugly, but they do seem quite disgruntled. I can see a few campus security officers overlooking the crowd. I wonder where Sally is in all this.
Oh, so close.
Are we going to stand for this?
Right on cue. Sally's standing on a box of some kind at the front of the crowd, speaking into a microphone.
Was she always this close? I feel like she was further away before.
When I found out they were doing testing on animals here at our school, I set out the call for action. I'm really happy that you all answered that call, but now we need to send up a different call. A call to stop the atrocities happening right inside this building.
The crowd hefts their signs high. I can see the security guards getting restless. A few of them are reaching towards their belts. Not that they have anything on their belts. Was school rules apparently forbids actual weapons. Still, one of the idiots has probably got an itchy pepper-spraying finger. I make my way to the front of the crowd and wave to Sally.
And that's why we cannot stop our clarion call until these monsters have given up all the tests they're doing on animals in there. Are you with me?
The crowd cheers again while I try to get Sally's attention.
That's what I thought. And if those cowards don't get out here soon, then we're going to bust in there and free those animals ourselves. This is just wrong.
Security guards are definitely getting nervous. I frantically wave Sally over as she finally gets off of her box.
Oh, Max! Hey, I'm so happy you came. It really means a lot to me that you showed up to support my cause.
I think that's new too.
Sally's smile beams at me.
Aw.
I actually came because Dominic asked me to check on you. Not that I wouldn't have come anyway, but you never emailed me. I didn't know it was happening. You know I love to rouse a good rabble.
Oh. Well, I'm still happy you came.
How did all this start?
Right! You won't believe it. I was on our campus message board when I read a post that stated they were due to begin their testing with animals today.
A message board post, really?
Yeah, the guy must have been a scientist because he said it was going to be really hard to deal with. He said he was expecting a lot of suffering. They're testing on suffering animals? I can't stand for that, Max.
Sally, I don't know about this message board, but that's not a lot to go on. Are you sure something's happening in there?
Well, answer me this. If nothing is happening in there, how can they refuse to let us in and see, huh?
Maybe because there are 30 angry people out here?
Yeah, 30 people angry about all the lies. Look, are you with me or against me here? I've already had to tell those stupid rent-a-cops that we're perfectly in our rights. Don't you start on me too. Max, this is important to me. I need you to be behind me on this.
Of course, darling. Of course I'll support you this time. Not just because I want to know what's going on in there.
Alright, Sally, you've got me. I'm your man. You want to kick some ass? You came to the right dude. Like I'd ever disappoint you, beautiful. Sally turns to face the crowd.
Oh. Get our game faces on, though.
We've given them enough time. We're going in there to get some answers.
Together, Sally and I march up to the doors, and Sally begins to pound on them vigorously.
Hi, Butch.
Finally, we hear the latch opening, and a small, bespectacled face appears.
Hey, I know you. You're Butch, right? Open this door this instant. We're here to stop this farce.
I really wish you could, but our research isn't done. I can't let you in.
You can't stop us. We're gonna get some answers and finish this terrible crime. Testing on animals is wrong, and I won't rest until you understand that.
Look, it's fine. The animals are fine. Just go away, okay?
You're going to let those animals suffer?
What? Look, just go.
We're not leaving.
Look, small fry, the lady said move, so get a move on already.
Oh!
I grab the door, yanking hard. Butch is knocked off balance, and I'm easily able to reach in and push him back from the door. Sally and I walk in and shut the door behind us.
We're in our dorm? Okay, what's going on?
Alright, I bet the testing is coming from this way.
Sally takes off down the hall, leaving Butch and myself to follow in her tracks.
Really, this is all so unnecessary. It's a misunderstanding, really. It's necessary. I must know what this misunderstanding is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the suffering is all just a misunderstanding.
As we're going down the hallway, I hear what sounds like a hoarse whinnying coming from one of the rooms. Wait, Sally. I heard something. In here?
Okay.
What? We gather outside the door and Sally quickly pushes it open. As we all stare into the room, my jaw falls to the floor. I glance at Sally to see her in a similar state. What we see inside the room looks more like a circus than a science testing facility. There are even little kids all over the place riding on the backs of animals. Various horses and camels are in the large open room, along with students in lab coats with long-suffering looks on their faces.
What is going on here?
You've got me. Seriously, did something go terribly wrong?
See the lab papers and pencils in the hands of the kids?
Yeah, but... wait.
Testing on animals?
God darn it. Gosh. Seriously?
Sally slaps her face with her palms so hard some of the kids start to look at her wondering if she was alright.
Welp! This is officially the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This school clearly has too much money on its hands.
Yeah, no kidding.
Look, grant money is really, really easy to come by in this university for some reason. Also, our professor is a sadistic bastard.
I heard that! What the heck, Professor Task? What are you doing here?
It's some kind of stupid experiment. The government funds it, not student dollars. Can we please get back to our incredibly dumb job? Yeah, go ahead. I think I'm all protested out.
Can we go now? I wanted to spend my time doing something stupid this afternoon, but these clowns beat me to it. Testing on animals. Ah, you gotta be... that's ridiculous.
I can't believe. No wonder Anne face palmed and Sally face palmed.
Sally and I make our way back out of the building, where Sally quickly disperses the crowd. Then we both go to the cafe to worry about how depressingly stupid today was.
Here. I hope you got something stronger than coffee, though. You're gonna need it. Well, mystery solved at least, so there's that.
Man alive. I've got finals all week, and yet I still feel like I have a ton more studying to do. Everyone in Latin House is hard at work, trying to get their last study sessions in. Isabella's been locked up in her room since dawn. Sally's barely been outside to walk her dog. Even Rakesh is... As I look into Rakesh's room, I'm actually not sure what Rakesh is doing. He appears to be doing a kind of headstand on his books. Rakesh? I think you get less money from the student bookstore if you ruin the book. Unfortunately, I think I startled Rakesh as he crashes to the ground. I briefly consider running before he recognizes me. It's just the wind, bro. It's just the wind. And the more I consider it, the more that seems like a good idea. Who's there? I don't say anything and just start to slink off. What he doesn't know can't hurt him. It must have been the wind. Phew. I breathe a silent sigh of relief and head to my room for some studying. Professor Task's final is grueling. I swear, he's never even hinted at half of these concepts before.
What a shock that Professor Task was behind that whole silly scenario that went on there. Good grief. Shenanigans is what it was.
I'm barely prepared for this test, but I've got to do my best. There's nothing else for it. I'm just going to have to finish this test out and find out what happens. I finally turn in my test and shake my head at the professor.
You're a crazy coot.
I make my way out of the class as quickly as possible. The other students' groans of frustration are all the motivation I need. Several hours later, I'm sitting in the living room at Latin House, watching TV with the others when Anne bursts in the door.
Everyone, you won't believe it! We're going to the beach for spring break. Private beach house!
Wait, what?
Seriously, the dean of school called Professor Task's room. Apparently, Professor Task's stupid prisoner's dilemma was dangerously close to the line. So to make up for it, the school is letting us use Professor Task's beach house. We have to pay our own way there and food and stuff, But the beach house is on a private lot and it's all ours.
This is incredible. Well, damn. I guess that old snake's tricks had to catch up to him eventually. This is incredible. Everyone get packed.
I can't wait. Micro tangerines. I keep dropping the tweezers. And I got one in my ear. I'm going to be hearing orange all week. But they're tangerines. You mean you're going to be hearing the color orange? So confused.
Right. We got through those 3 crazy weeks, found out what the heck was going on with that animal testing. Blech. Professor Tasker, the worst. I'm gonna need the spring break just to recoup.